Welcome back to the video here at Euphoric Sports, and guess what? Tonali might be facing up to 18 months of suspension worldwide. An investigation came down and two names were released for illegal gambling, and it was him and Zaniolo. And this is a big hit for Newcastle considering that they're in the Champions League, looking very good, just humiliated Mbappe and PSG. And Mbappe, who in my opinion is the best player in the world, was out played by Newcastle, and now they're going to lose potentially one of their best players for the next 2 years. And this is insane because the midfield between Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes has been absolutely world class. Yes, they've been a little bit shaky in the Premier League table, but this midfield is really good. And in my opinion, they're going to be hitting top four, but this is putting that into danger because Tonali is a key player. And if we look, right here at the depth chart. The midfield is Bruno and Sandro Tonali. And then the third one is always rotated. Right now it's been Longstaff, who played very well, scored, right? Joelinton and Willock, they are hurt. But it's going to be them two now in the midfield. They're in the midfield, fighting with Longstaff to accompany Bruno Guimaraes. Obviously, last season they got it done. But this year, the quality in the Premier League has obviously increased. If we check the Prem table here, they are in 8th place. You got West Ham, who's done well with the money that Arsenal gave him for Declan Rice. You've got Brighton, who's always, managing to go to the corners of the world and find some player that Chelsea's going to buy for 100 million. And then we got Aston Villa, who backed Unai Emery and have given them a ton of players that he's wanted. Pau Torres and such have came to Villa, and they look really good. Liverpool's bounced back. Man City's always there. Arsenal's, invested well. And then Tottenham are overachieving with, a new manager, in my opinion, though. Half those games, the games they won, were bottom 14: Sheffield, Bournemouth, Burnley, and Luton Town. But I'm not gonna get into Tottenham right now, but I always put that in perspective that 4 of their wins here came from relegation sides. Teams are gonna be battling in relegation. But, obviously there's hype around it. He's got manager of the month. Even though we could consider, I don't want to get too much into it, but 2 red cards for Liverpool. One was questionable, an own goal, there's a lot of controversy in that game. But, it is what it is for Tottenham. But we look here. This shows a little bit of proof. This right here, this video. You're up 5-1. There's absolutely no reason for him to be killing time the 92nd minute, right? He's obviously trying to get the yellow card. This is very critical evidence here of possible gambling. We saw Paqueta also got the same thing. Here he gets the yellow and comes off. That wasn't going to affect the game. That really wasn't going to be affecting the game. So, right there, I'm telling you, Tonali could be guilty. He could. And this is going to be pretty big because we're seeing big names from the Premier League getting hit with these fines. And, apparently there's around 40 names of players that have been a part of these gamblings. And it's really going to be affecting teams like Newcastle, who were looking to be on the rise. And, this actually is a big problem. And I feel like, we have to kind of see this out, because this could really change the game. We're seeing, Ivan Toney was the first one that really got hit with this recently. And now we're going to see Tonali, another big player. Obviously, Zaniolo doesn't play in the Premier League, but here in the Prem, these are key players. Ivan Toney was 3rd in the top scorers last season. Now you got Tonali here, who's a big cornerstone. Just 70 million just happened for him. And him and Bruno Guimaraes have been bossing up the midfield, getting the chemistry. And then now he's going to have an 18-month ban. That is absolutely disgraceful. And obviously he said that he's going to look for therapy and whatnot. Hopefully he gets that reduced sentence of a ban. But I don't believe it will. I won't believe it's going to be affecting anything. This is going to affect Newcastle for sure. They might not even get out of the group stage if this comes out, very soon. And I was really looking forward to Tonali playing, against Milan again and PSG again. They played Dortmund, but, it's pretty shocking. And obviously I hope he ends up stopping this, because when you're a player, you can just cheat your way to more money as if they're not on really big wages. It seems like these lads are struggling to eat every day, when in reality these lads are, living up in the mansions, the big houses, going to the best restaurants, and they still don't think that is enough. That is a bit disgraceful. But anyways, Leave a comment down below on how you believe Newcastle will be affected by this. Personally, I think Newcastle are not going to be getting top four, possibly not even getting European football if they lose Tonali. I know they did it last season, but the Premier League has obviously, spent a lot of money, invested, and we have a lot more good squads this season. You see United and Chelsea on the bottom half. That's saying a lot on the quality this season. But make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and thank you guys for watching.